Ako talaga, bakit ba kayo nag-worry? Noong 2019, ano ba ang campaign ng Ocho Diretso laban dun sa candidates nila PRRD? Ano yan, mga pro-China. Ano nangyari doon sa Ocho Diretso? Na-flash sa Inidoro. Ngayon, 2025, ganun pa rin yung campaign nila, di ba? Naku, mga pro-China yung mga yan. O, sino nag-number one?
Bongo.
Chinese name.
Chinese sounding.
Chinese sounding name.
Walang pakialam.
Sa usapin ngayon, ang issue ng mga Pilipino has nothing to do with China at all. It's not a deal breaker for most Filipinos and for most voters. Ganun lang kasimple yun. No one is complacent. No one is complacent about it. And kasi hindi mo sinasabi nag-overthink ka. Actually, nag-overthink ka. And ang ano nun is always remember that we are battle tested. We have already gone through so much. Okay? There's no complacency because we have battled through everything. Ano pa bang something new na ilalagay nila? Well, unless na unalive nila si Inday. That's something that we cannot prepare.
Yeah, actually, yan yung nakaka-worry.
Yeah, but
Hello, Mima J. Nasa meeting pa yata. Si Sida Paa na lang. Hello, Sida Paa.
Hello, Miss Joyce. Si Haya to. But,
Ikaw.
ano lang. Ito yung Twitter ko. If anyone wants to follow me, si Dapa, yung name ng Twitter ko. Kasi ang ingay nila dun yung mga antay. So, mas masarap mang-inis. But Miss Joy, ito kasi yung yesterday, nasa background na ako. Ang ganda ng conversation niyo. So, pero nakinig lang ako. Pero I wrote something down kasi, alam mo naman, marami akong fears. So, yung fear ko, number one is obviously yung full-on media attack kay VP Sara, not just locally, kasi nagawa na nila yan, but this time, internationally. Diba, remember during PRRD's time, grabe yung international attack sa kanya, international media, like full-on sila Maria Ressa, or all those writers writing for international publications, like mga sila basta, para-para lang yan sila. So, yun, ready na ba tayo? Tapos yung number 2, social media banning. Kasi magme-media attack sila. Tapos, paano tayo makaka-counter when they ban our counter? When they ban our support, diba? Si Risa, number one, pick me girl. Magbaban sa atin, magbaban yung mga posts, yung mga pages, yung mga ganun. So, their controlled narrative, yun, nakakatakot. So, and then, thirdly, how ready ba is Indai's team to counter the propaganda channel institution na with the track record?
Tingin ko ready. Tingin ko hindi, ano yan?
Sandali lang. Ito kasi may tanong si Jero Wapeng. Bakit daw may confidential intel fund si Inday Sara during DepEd during DepEd secretary siya? Sinasabi nila, is it necessary to have intel and confi funds? This is a non-issue. The confidential intelligence fund was approved by Congress.
Correct.
And signed by the President. So, bakit nila sinisisi ito kay Inday? Kung mali ito, dapat inilaban nila yan. Why are they questioning this after the fact? Inilaban nila yan noon. Okay. So, bakit may confidential intel funds? Ibig sabihin, may pinaggigamitan. Inilaban nila yan. Sinabi nila kung saan gagamitin, kung para saan, during the hearing ng budget. So this is a non-issue. You know what? Forget
kasi
about
pwede naman nilang ibigay kung feeling nila hindi karapat.
Kung hindi talaga ganito yan wala pong batas kung sino lang ang department ang dapat may confidential intelligence fund. Yun ang sabihin ninyo unang-una. tanungin niyo sa kanila, is it your opinion or is it a law na dapat wala ang Department of Education? Yun ang unang-unang pang-rebut. Pag sinabi nila na opinion lang, so your opinion is not counted because budget is approved by law.
Hindi counted kasi ang valid lang ang opinion pagdating dyan would be the legislators, and then secondary would be the president kung gustong bigyan ng president ng share ng confidential fund niya yung ibang mga agencies.
Yeah, exactly. Ngayon kung nag-aalboroto sila, wala namang batas na nagbabawal. So yung necessary in terms of what? Of law, of your opinion. If your opinion it's not counted.
Because your opinion is not the one that decides who gets confidential fund or not.
Funds or not. Ngayon kung bakit niya kinailangan? Kasi nga sinabi na yan ni BP Sara noon nila. Ginagamit nila yan kasi nga maraming nag-grooming, sexual, for drug trafficking and for NPA recruitment. So kailangan nila ng confidential intelligence fund in order to actually do this needed work. Kailangan niya protektahan yung mga estudyante from grooming of all sorts. Tanong mo dyan sa mga kadebate ninyo, ikaw ang DepEd Secretary, how will you protect students from being groomed for sexual grooming, NPA recruitment, and drug trafficking recruitment? Tanungin niyo sa kanila hindi ba kailangan mo ng intelligence work?
Sabihin nila na PNP daw yung responsible niya. Yung counter niya.
Hindi nga, siya nga may hawak ng, siya ang nangangasiwa ng public schools. PNP ba nangangasiwa ng public school? Tanungin niyo dun sa mga nagtatanong sa inyo. Ang PNP ba nangangasiwa ng public schools? No. So si Inday ay binigyan siya ng responsibilidad. Siya ang mangangasiwa ng public schools. So she knows what it takes in order to actually protect children from being groomed. So she requested for confidential intelligence funds. Ngayon, tanongin sa kanila, kung ikaw magulang ka, mas gugustuhin mo ba na yung nangangasiwa ng public school ay gumagawa ng intelligence work in order to prevent grooming or hindi? Ganun lang ang rebuttal, and I thank you all.
Correct. Ayun.
Thank you, Miss Sass.
Anyway, ayan.
Maraming mga CS fan kasi maraming mga Jeffrey Einstein sa Pinas. Yun. Ay, sorry, Miss Joy.
Mga social climber na mga social climber na groomer, ayan.
Hindi, meron tayong Peter Scully, Miss Joy. I remember him. Dito nga yun sa region namin, Region 10.
Sino?
Peter Scully. Yung
Oo, pero hindi naman socialite yun pedophile lang talaga siya
pero they're not socialite. They're the ones selling the videos to those sa dark web.
Ayun.
Can I continue?
Oo. Anyway, just to add dun sa question ni Jero, tungkol sa confidential fund at saka intelligence. Yung confidential fund, kasi yung confidential fund, civilian agency yung nagkakaroon yan Para magkaroon ka ng confidential fund, it should be your agency must be provided in the charter of your agency that you are entitled for a confidential fund. So for example, usually kasi yung mga government offices, chartered yan Ibig sabihin mayroong batas na nagtalaga para dyan sa government agency na yan. So meron tayong mga ilang government agency na kung saan ginrant sila na magkaroon sila ng confidential fund by law. So anong effect nun?
Automatically yun.
So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-request sila ng budget nila, they can request a budget for the confidential fund because by law, they are entitled to it. Okay?
Yes.
They are entitled to it. Okay, ngayon, kapag wala kang charter na nag-authorize na pwede kang mag-request ng confidential fund, pwede ka pa rin bang magkaroon ng confidential fund? Pwede pa rin. pwede pa rin as long as you would be able to convince the legislator that it is absolutely necessary. Yun nga lang,
Yes.
hindi ka makakakuha niyan taon-taon kasi hindi ka naman entitled. Hindi ka automatic na makakakuha niyan. Kasi nga,
Always remember,
depende
every
lang.
budget is a law. So, nung
Mhm.
inaprubahan na may confidential intelligence funds yung DepEd under her term, that was a law that she will have a confidential intelligence fund during that time, during that year.
During that time, during that year. Ngayon, yun yung difference noong mga government agency na entitled sa confidential fund. Kasi every year, they will have confidential funds regardless. Ganon. So, kasi part yun ng operation whatsoever, ganyan-ganyan. Mga ganong etos. Ngayon, kung kunwari hindi nakakuha si Inday ng confidential fund, let's say yung ano lang, for the sake of argument lang, let's say yung OVP at saka yung DepEd are both not entitled to confidential fund base dun sa charter nila. Okay, walang problema. So, nag-request si Inday ng confidential fund, hindi siya binigyan. Okay? Kumari lang to ha. Nag-request siya nung budget deliberation. Sabi niya, hindi kasi meron akong gustong gawin dito. Hindi siya binigyan. Okay? Pwede pa bang magkaroon ng confidential fund si Inday? Oo. Pagka binigyan siya ng confidential fund ng presidente, kasi di ba yung presidente entitled dyan sa confidential fund? Ngayon, kung kunwari si Inday, hindi ako binigyan ng pera dun sa sa GAA, hindi ako binigyan ng pera dun. Pero Mr. President, talagang matindi ang problema ko at matindi ang pangangailangan ko, kailangan ko talagang gawin to. The President can actually release budget from his own confidential fund and give it to another office, another executive office. So magkakaroon pa rin siya ng confidential fund. Ngayon yung sinasabi kasi na na hindi necessary. Hindi kayo ang magde-decide kung necessary yun or unnecessary yun eh. Kasi nga, unang-una, dahil confidential nga yung nature na to, you will have to justify kung sino yung magbibigay ng confidential fund, kung bakit siya necessary. Ganon. So, ngayon, ang worry kasi nung iba is that, yung confidential fund kasi hindi siya public kasi confidential nga eh. Hindi natin alam kung paano ginagastos. Well, yun talaga yung problem ng confidential fund. Kasi yun yung nature niya. So ngayon, if your problem is about confidential fund, na hindi masyadong malinaw kung paano ginagastos and you want certain level of transparency with how it should be spent, I don't know, maybe there should be a declassification system na parang, pwede ba yung mga confidential funds na pinagkagastusan natin 10 years ago, pwede bang automatically declassified na yan? Para malaman natin kung paano ginastos, para malaman natin efficiently kung paano nila ginastos. I mean, yung mga ganong etos. But if you're going to talk about certain level of transparency pagdating sa confidential fund, you have to talk about it across the board. Do we hear that kind of conversation with the confidential funds of Inday Sara? Yun ang sasabihin ko sa mga pink. Putang ina nyo, ang pinag-iinitan nyo lang, confidential fund ni Inday. Gusto nyo transparency, pero gusto nyo transparency lang ng confidential fund ni Inday. Bakit ganun? Hindi lang naman siyang merong confidential fund sa buong sistema ng gobyerno. So if you want to talk about confidential fund, if you want to talk about certain level of transparency sa confidential fund, you talk about it in general terms. At pagdating dyan, tatamaan ng lahat ng mga government official na humahawak ng confidential funds. Diba? You want full disclosure of confidential funds, then the classification of confidential funds should be part of the conversation. Na meron ka bang narinig na kakamping na nagsasabi na parang, dapat yung mga pinagkagastosan ng confidential fund 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, dapat dinideclassify na yan. Diba just like what they're doing in the US? Na yung meron silang mga government program na matagal na that they are declassifying. Kasi nga, importante sa kanila yung issue ng transparency, kineme-kineme, ganyan-ganyan. So since wala nang reason para itrato mo na confidential yun dahil tapos na yung programa, maaring nag-fail, maaring nagtagumpay, maaring for some reason. And the issue on transparency becomes more important rather than yung kung ano man yung mga secret na nandun sa confidential fund. Do you hear them talking about this? Hindi. 'Di ba? So, yun. Ang number one na rebut ko dyan is, kasi pag nagsalita naman kayo tungkol sa confidential fund, ang babaw ng pag-intindi. 'Di ba? Ayun. Sorry, Saya. Yan. Back to you.
No, kasi that's why been widely discussed yung CF eh. Pero if you're talking to someone na close talaga na sobrang convinced na talaga na confidential funds ni VP lang ha, specifically kay VP lang kasi wala naman silang ibang paki sa confidential funds na iba eh. Yung they already conclude na pag CF ni VP corrupt na siya. So if you're talking to someone like that, hopeless. So save your breath na lang. So save your laway. Talk to someone who's willing to listen to you pa kasi wala talaga walang pag-asa pag yun na yun, sarado yung isip.
Pero ako patient ako sa ganyan eh. Pag may man nagtatanong, whether close-minded sila or open-minded. Kasi I know someone, hindi ko naman ina-explain yun for that person alone eh.
For everyone, yeah.
Ina-explain ko yun for everyone. Pero, syempre, kung kunwari, dalawa lang kayo nag-uusap, sige, wag mo nang anuhin. Wag mo nang pansinin kung dalawa lang naman kayo nag-uusap. But, if you are talking to that person and you know that you're going to have an audience aside from that person, tsagain natin para, malay mo, may makarinig ng explanation mo. Take note. We are able to get the Gen Z. Maraming malaking part ng Gen Z ay Dutertista. Okay? And what do you think is the reason? Because we are patient in explaining to them. Many of them would really like to listen. Yung iba dyan, rude lang talaga pero nakikinig pagkatapos nagigets rin naman nila yung point. So, ang gagawin na lang yan, magpapalit na lang ng account yan tapos pagbalik niyan, Duterte na yan.
Marami nag-sway dahil dun sa flood control when they realize na ay, sinabi pala ni VP a year ago. Mga ganon. Marami mga ganong comments eh. Parang may mga realizations sila. Ay, sinabi na pala ni Duterte. Mga ganon. No? Parang, late na kayo sa balita. Tapos, ang dami nilang time to tackle that issue. Hindi naman sila gumawa ng law for declassification. Gusto lang talaga nila ng propaganda. Diba? So, Miss Joy, continue ka lang.
Oo, Ryan, mag-t-shirt ka. Mag-t-shirt ka muna, Ryan. Gabay, no? Ayan.
So, I wonder how ready Inday's team are to counter yung propaganda channel ng West. Kasi, syempre, may kalamayan sila dito, di ba? Especially, yung kind of propaganda channel na may track record of regime changes, yung mga WND lies, o diba, sobrang massive, hardcore yung mga...
Pero hindi ako masyadong worried dyan si Haya. Kasi 3 years gumana yan, hindi naman nila natumba si Inday eh.
Hindi pa eh, kasi local yan eh. Local lang yung attack eh.
No! Yung attack kay Inday Sara is an advice of a foreign it is an advice of a foreign
foreign one kasi parang for them siguro parang siguro they see na effective yung pagsa-silence nila sa mga Duterte or maybe they thought na hindi, di ba, no one from them expected na tatakbo si VP. Na-shock at si Risa. So ganun. So feeling ko, I mean, we have to be ready for anything, di ba? So,
just to be sure, hindi naman mawawala eh. Di mag-ready tayo, di ba? Huwag natin i-underestimate yung kalaban.
Sila din yung di ba? I just recently realized na yung si Michael Jackson pala ay naging biktima din nila. Yung sa whole
Alam mo, I'm so proud. Hindi ko iniwanan si Michael Jackson.
Ako din.
So proud. Tapos talagang ininis ko pa talaga yung mga kaibigan ko. Kasi, nung namatay si Michael Jackson, ang tawag dito parang, namatay, pido naman yan, ganyan. Grabe talaga yung judgment nila kay Michael Jackson. Nung namatay si Michael Jackson, wala akong pake, 3 buwan kong nasa, ang tawag dito, yung uso nun, yung Apple na, yung iPod. iPod, yun. Ayun.
So,
Ryan, ano ka, nag-ano ka, meron kang static sound.
feedback.
Ayan, mute muna kita ha.
Di ba last year, yung NED funding, diba? Ako ba yung feedback? Okay.
Ayun, kay Ryan.
Yung NED funding sa Pinas ay nasa $3,700,000. So, mga roughly 200 million yan, diba? Pesos. May bago kasi silang release na document this February lang. Yung parang annual report nila. And doon nakasabi, we will also support opportunities for democratic advancement. Sinearch ko lang yung mga Philippines. Advancement in the Philippines, Armenia, blah, blah, blah. Across our portfolio, we are prioritizing support for elections, revenue generating investments, media experimentation, religious freedom, and the use of AI to advance freedom kunuhay. So, nasa page 9 to. Tapos meron pang in other parts of the region, including Thailand and the Philippines, NED and its core institutes are supporting efforts to increase participation in the political process and channel demands for channel through democratic means, including elections. Again, nagre-ready na talaga sila for 2028. And in the Philippines, IRI identified both progress and persistent vulnerabilities ahead of upcoming elections in the Bangsamoro sa bar in Muslim Mindanao and the 2028 presidential race. That's page 58. So, if they can manipulate through propaganda, no? Yung ano, I mean, we have to understand that these groups have a very good history of manipulation and propaganda. Yung pero wala pa yung full force na interference. Kasi kung magfo-full force interference sila, 'di ba? Wala silang regard sa law. Yung mga ginagawa pa nila ngayon, yung mga patindig Pilipinas, ano pa yan sila? Parang
ganyan naman sila.
'di ba?
Actually, ganyan naman sila. Hindi, ano sila, yung alam nila mag-operate legally.
Yeah.
Alam nila yung i-push yung limits nung mga batas natin, kung ano yung mga allowed, hindi allowed. Yung enough para hindi sila makulong.
They're very good at getting yung local na issue talaga or concern sa Pilipinas, concern locally sa communities, tapos gawin nilang bala as propaganda. And what I'm worried about kasi, Miss Joy, marami kasi doon, and they also mentioned doon sa annual report nila that they will double down on their budget or funding ba. Ganun. And ang worry ko kasi, they're funding a lot of sa Mindanao. So, you know, DPP is Mindanaoan, and meron pa sa BARM. So, those are parang volatile areas kasi when it comes to, easy for them to instigate some trouble or issues. So, yun yung other worry ko. And so, I wonder if ready na ba yung team ni Inday as early as now, and tayo din lahat, we have to be ready sa yung mga accusations or criticisms ng kabila. So, sana gumawa sila ng audit, no? Yung mga, yung simple, like yung question kanina, how do you counter kung magde-debate sila about the CF fund, yung mga ganung accusation audit. And kasi, alam naman natin na they tried to attack VP for the past 3 years, pero wala, tumaas pa nga yung approval rating niya. So, for sure,
ang tawag dito yung parang, it is a concern, pero hindi siya yung parang debilitating concern na parang dapat matakot tayo dun sa bagay na yun. Kasi, mas syndicated nga yung attack kay Inday diba, nag-start yung attack. Kailan? Nung ayaw ni Inday pumayag sa Afghan refugees. Imposibleng walang interference yun mula sa NED.
Pero, Ms. Joy, have you noticed their pattern? Mahilig silang mag-escalate So, little by little to a point na magiging may term yan yung parang nagiging tanggap mo na or desensitize ka sa issue. Ganun sila. So, yung fear ko lang naman to, is since nagawa nila lahat yun, wala na silang makitang dirt, the next thing they will frame her is sa geopolitical naman. So, di ba mataas yung rating sa distrust sa China. They've really successfully done yung manufacturing of consent nila dyan sa hate nila sa China dito sa Pinas. So, yung next ano naman
Diba,
nila.
hindi ba parang bumababa nga? Walang pakialam?
Di ba 79 yung percent yung they think of China as the greatest threat, the 60%
Kaninong
yung
survey yun?
distrust. Yung sa Okta Research.
Yung Okta Research naman?
December. Pero mataas
Oo.
pa rin na siya I mean,
Hindi, ang tawag dito. Di ba merong
mga
isang survey, WRN survey yata yun?
mga 50-50, let's say 50-50, mataas pa rin yun I mean, that's the highest in Southeast Asia. So, I mean, they can easily sway it to, they can easily take advantage of yung colonial mentality ng mga Pinas. Hindi kasi I don't wanna, wala akong, kumpiyansa. Tagalog sa kumpiyansa. Parang
hindi, pero kung Okta yun, parang hindi ako naniniwala doon yung survey na yun, na yung anti-China kinempel.
Hindi.
May survey na isa, na
Ako talaga, bakit ba kayo Ako talaga, bakit ba kayo nag-worry? Noong 2019, ano ba ang campaign ng Ocho Diretso laban dun sa candidates nila PRRD? Ano yan, mga pro-China? Ano nangyari doon sa Ocho Diretso? Na-flash sa Inidoro. Ngayon, 2025, ganun pa rin yung campaign nila, di ba? Naku, mga pro-China yung mga yan. O, sino nag-number 1?
Bongo.
Chinese name. Chinese sounding name.
Walang pakialam. I think, para na
walang pakialam.
Walang pakialam yung mga Pilipino.
Hindi, bali kasi yung basa nyo ng survey. Sabi nyo, ay kasi ang mga Pilipino, ganito ang pagiging anti-China. Yung China, it's related to territorial dispute. Alam nyo ba kung ilang percent ng Pilipino ang concern ang territorial dispute? According to the survey. 4%. Nobody cares. So, kaya sabi ko, bahala kayo. Yan ang issue ninyo. E di kunin niyo yung 4%. Tapos pa sa 4%, ilan lang dun yung anti-China. 4% na nga lang yung inaano ninyo. Yung concern nyo. So it's not a deal breaker. Napatunayan na yun sa election, no? It's not really a deal breaker. Kahit magngawa sila diyan, it's over na. Wala na siyang it's not gonna work because it never worked in the election. Nung 2022, 'di ba sabi nila si BBM pro-China. Tapos si Lenny ang anti-China. O ano nangyari kay Lenny? Lot nila yun. So nalotlot yung pro-China narrative. Nalotlot na lahat.
Hindi ko makapit.
I hope so. I really hope so. Pero yung observation ko kasi, it's may gradual increase over the years So they're winning on that area.
Kung may gradual increase nga, sida pa, nanalo sila noong 2025.
Hindi Miss Sass, it's not the local that I'm worried about. Yung foreign interference na propaganda dito sa Pinas. I'm pretty sure mananalo si VP locally. She will not be stopped.
Talaga magkakaroon talaga ng foreign propaganda. Talagang magkakaroon talaga yan. Yan talaga ang
lumalabas naman yan. Evident naman yan kahit
yan talaga sasandalan nila. Si PRRD rin naman. Ganun naman nangyari kay PRRD di ba? Mas grabe nga rin yung kay PRRD, di ba? As in, pinababoy na siya in international. Hindi pa siya presidente, hindi pa siya presidente. Nanalo pa rin si PRRD. So, hindi na, nga siya si Sara, may bailiwick. Buong Mindanao. Ang problema na lang ni Sara ngayon is to add voters to the Mindanao base. Pag wala kang base, takot ka.
Mm-mm.
may base siya eh.
I don't think the base of Inday Sara is ready to switch eh. Kasi yun ang
Hindi sila mag-switch.
pagka
Hindi sila
Duterte
mag-switch.
supporter ka, pagka naintindihan mo na yung kung paano binababoy si Inday, ganyan-ganyan, hindi na, solid talaga ang Duterte base eh. So yun nga, I agree with that no, na ang problema lang ni Inday is how she's going to increase the the support from the original base. And
Hindi naman yung mga Duterte supporters yung what I'm worried about eh. It's the neutral. Mataas kasi sila yung percentage nila eh. So framing her as
hindi rin ako hindi rin ako masyadong worried sa neutral.
Hindi. Pero
Hindi nila concern yan. Hindi concern ng neutral ang territorial dispute. Malayo sa bituka.
Kasi kung neutral nga sila sa Duterte Marcos kakamping Keneso, di mas lalong neutral sila mas lalong strong yung neutral stand nila pagdating sa conflict ng bansa.
I hope so. I really hope so. Pero I'm still worried. Kasi yung pattern ng CIA magaling silang mangbaliktad, di ba? And we've seen that with Ukraine. I mean, a majority of their population also sa Ukraine did not want any war.
Well, hindi nag-fly sa hindi nag-fly doon sa West Philippines si Keneso. Hindi nag-fly. Yun nga, may data na nga doon. May data na nga doon si Haya na ang nagki-care lang doon sa West Philippines si Keneso against China is only 4% of the population. I think that's WRN WRN. Yung Okta kasi, hindi mo talaga maaasahan yan kasi Okta is owned by Martin. So definitely, it's going to echo kung yung tinatry ni Martin at that time. Martin is trying to sway the, di ba may ganung chismis kay Martin noon, is trying to sway is trying to get the American support, ganyan. So, kaya meron silang mga ganung echos na nagiging anti-China na ang mga Pilipino, ganyan. I think they are outnumbered. Hindi kumapit. Hindi nga nag-translate into vote eh. Ayun.
Yeah. I hope so. I really hope so. Pero yan pa rin yung fear ko, and I hope na hindi siya mag-escalate, hindi siya tumaas, hindi nila i-psyops yung mga Filipino kasi magaling sila dyan. And yung next is...
Magaling sila, pero they cannot violate the laws of physics and neuroscience. Alam mo yun? But these are not gods, okay? They are subject to principles of neuroscience and physics, okay? 2 years, no? It's only 2 years. There's not so much that you cannot produce magic. Okay? Sa usapin ngayon, ang issue ng mga Pilipino has nothing to do with China at all. It's not a deal breaker for most Filipinos and for most voters. Ganun lang kasimple yun. You are being scared about something that's not
hindi major concern.
They did it with the vaccines eh.
Kailangan mas maging concerned ka sa rigging, sa cheating, kaysa dyan sa propaganda. It's not gonna happen because una-una, Filipinos see what the US is doing. Tapos bibisita pa si Trump ngayong April. You haven't factored, bibisita pa si Trump sa China ng April. And after that, the US-China relations would definitely change. Kasi yun naman talaga yung plano nila. So it's not gonna work. Like look at the followers of Tariela. Tingnan niyo kung ilan ang followers niya ngayon. If Filipinos are really so agit there, Bex, siguro 10 million ka na. Bakla ako nagdi-discuss ako ng South China Sea na iba sa pananaw ng gobyerno, doon tumaas ang following ko. So, paano mo i-explain yun?
Mm-mm.
Eh, siya talagang nilarararara niya. Baka 35 ka pa lang. And ako nag-discuss ako ng kakaibang, ng iba ang pananaw ko sa ano ng gobyerno sa South China Sea. Doon lumobo ang followers ko ng ilang months lang. Ikaw bakla, wala ka pa. 400,000?
Oo.
Ganun lang kasimple.
I really hope so. Ganun talaga. I'm just sharing my fears kasi I follow the Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will happen. So I think mas better if...
Pero it doesn't happen out of nothing.
Oh,
It doesn't happen out of nothing.
Nagawa kasi nila with the vaccines here di ba? With the
Kanino raw?
the Sinovac vaccine. So the technology has advanced so much since then, yung AI.
Pero always remember,
iba yung sitwasyon ng vaccine.
Nung vaccine kasi nung panahon ng Sinovac, nung pandemic, it's a life or death situation. So, ang panahon doon ng US,
you always try to err at the side of caution.
Of error. Side of caution pagdating sa mga ganon. Eh, ngayon wala naman life or death situation.
Political interest lang.
Interest lang.
Wala pa. baka may false flag. Yung mga ganung worries ko lang naman. Don't worry everyone. I might sound like I'm overthinking and all that, but I'm just sharing my my worries kasi may pattern So, and I'm just hoping na Indai's
team pattern din na yun nga si Haya. While you see the pattern on that side, you must also recognize the pattern on Indai's side. The propaganda is on full attack on Inday in the past 3 years, and all government institutions were used against them. But she remained standing. She remained to be the top. So ibig sabihin parang sige, natatakot ka kasi may pattern. Pero yung pattern na yun, hindi mo lang yung pattern na yun, present din naman yun kay Inday, yung pattern of winning niya. Si Inday was never, kumbaga, she was always the top government official na most trusted, tsaka most trusted and most approved. Diba? And that's also a very strong pattern. And I don't think, I don't see it changing anytime soon na she's going to be the most trusted. And so, hindi ko priority yung parang hindi yun yung ikakatakot ko, yung propaganda, because we have a good track record on how to push against propaganda during PRRD's time and I'm very sure even ngayon kay Inday, we have a very very strong pushback mechanism on it. So kung meron akong worry, hindi yun yung ipa-prioritize ko na worry. Mag-worry ako sa rigging, sa paggamit ng mga government institution to put Inday in a bad light na kasi yun abuse of power talaga. Yun yung mga oppressive action kasi that would entail real consequences not only to Inday but to the rights of every Filipino people, yung mga ganun.
Yun na, that's part of it, Miss Joy, diba? I mean, they are partnering with some of the politicians here, so those politicians will have power. Tapos, they don't operate in the same moral grounds as many of us. So, hindi naman, I'm sorry if I seem like I'm spreading negativity, pero it's part of it. If you want to tackle on all the possible things na may mga issues, diba? I just hope na everyone is not complacent about it. Kasi may nag-comment na...
Well, no one is complacent about it. No one is complacent. No one is complacent about it. And kasi hindi mo sinasabi nag-overthink ka. Actually, nag-overthink ka. And ang nun is, always remember that we are battle-tested. We have already gone through so much. Okay? There's no complacency because we have battled through everything. Ano pa bang something new na ilalagay nila? Well, unless na unalive nila si Inday. That's something that we cannot prepare.
Yeah, actually, yan yung nakaka-worry.
Yeah, but when they do that, bakla, it's either baste or it's either baste or pulong will automatically.
Or they're going to lose Mindanao.
They're going, ganun lang kasimple yun. ganito lang yan. We are battle tested, period. We have gone through everything. Bakla, we have gone through the arrest of PRRD. We have gone through, girl, inilaban natin ang lahat ng kembot. Bakla tayo ang most battle tested political
Group.
base in the Philippines. Lahat na ng and we're still here. We're still moist.
Yung politiko, vlogger, parehas iniipit. Di ba? Ayun. So, I mean, yung mas recognize.
I just want to remind everyone na ito yung list ko is I'm sharing my fears. So, nag-escalate. So, yun yung number 5, yung framing VP Sara as a geopolitical stance, like sovereign issue as pro-China.
Ano yung part ng ibang item sa list?
I have 7 eh. So yung number 6 is an ICC warrant. So ganon. So naging complacent tayo dun sa kay I don't know how they are going to ano yung magiging basis nila for ICC arrest for VP, pero I don't know, they can push anything if they want to, I guess.
In-include nila si Inday sa complaint noong 2023 yata, 22 ganun.
So
2023, oo.
And yun nga, diba? So, nag-escalate na to a point na if hindi nila magawa yun, yung last resort nila, yung number 7 ko is assassination attempt. Diba may assassination attempt na siya before. I mean, I just don't really want to be complacent kasi yung Valenzuela, they were complacent nakuha yung president nila. So yun lang po, Miss Joy, yun yung list ko. I'm sorry everyone if I sound very negative, pero let's not be complacent because the enemies will not be they're not gonna rest. They're gonna take charge kasi maraming mga individuals kasi will not risk having VP Sara as the next president. So you always have to remember that, and they don't operate on the same moral grounds as us. Never have been. And paragi tayo naging surprise, diba, over the past 3 years.
Mm-mm.
So yun lang, Ms. Joy. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.